Hello, everyone. This is All Systems Go Home, the ASG podcast. Excited to be doing this once again. I'm Jeremy Fardman. With me, we have Corey McGinnis.
What's the haps, kids?
Darian Bolin.
Hey, y'all. Darian here.
That's gimmick infringement. We have Jessica Hickson.
Hi.
Dan Snyder.
Hello there.
And joining us for the first time, the Golden Mike winner, Nicole Jones.
Oh my God. Wow. No one brings it up anymore.
Yes.
Wait, was that the Price is Right theme play? Woo! Yay. Oh my God.
Nicole just won a car.
Oh,
What was that?
autoplay. Okay, let's get into it. All right, I'm glad you've all joined me. So, Nicole,
to be here.
because you're our honored guest star, we're very lucky to have you on this podcast. Why don't you go ahead and start? Tell us what's been going on in your life.
I like how you said that right as I was hitting my mic by accident. But anyways, it's been going. I got a job. I got a new job, so that's nice. I get to do people's grocery shopping for them, which is oddly satisfying. I'm getting paid a lot too. Although I am going into the store. Where'd Corey go?
He went to business.
He's
time.
back. So you're basically a butler.
Out is very well.
So they're turning my store into a curbside only. So it's like I'll bring people's groceries out to them. But also they sent me to a store that I didn't want to go to, and I heard that store did happen to have someone who got tested for COVID-19, and he tested positive. So that's cool.
Wonderful.
Yay!
See it.
I've been watching anime, and that's pretty much it. Oh, I was playing Pokemon for a while. Pokemon Sun, which, yes, I know is old. But,
That's fine.
yeah, I played it for, 10 minutes. I got past, the first island, and then I was like, I don't feel like playing anymore.
Yeah,
So I
the same
got
thing
back into
happened to
it.
me. That was the last Pokemon game I played.
Yeah, I don't know what it is. I just wasn't feeling it. I think it's because I binged Pokemon X so hard, and that I burnt myself out on it.
Well, it was for the Pokemon episode of ASG, and everyone on the other segments was talking about how much they love Pokemon and how much Pokemon means to them, and then it cut to my review, and it's I don't like this game at all. I'm returning it to Amazon. So that was kind of weird, but yeah, that was the last Pokemon game I really played.
Yeah, I don't have a deep history or anything with Pokemon. I played Pokemon XD, which, that's a good game. And that was my biggest thing, my first, I guess, real Pokemon game, because I don't really count Pokemon Stadium, because that's not, there's, the castle thing, but aside from that, it's, play with your friends.
Right.
Yeah, no story or anything.
Yeah, there's nothing there.
Though I would say Pokemon Sun also doesn't have a story.
No, well, Pokemon
Valid.
has never really been that strong in the story department. It's just oh my gosh, what do you want to do? It's I'm gonna become the best trainer in whatever region.
The very best. No one ever was.
Well, the thing is I know people say this a lot about Pokemon, but I do think it's true that it's it's the same game over and over again, except they just add a few new animals.
Oh, definitely. It is the child's Call of Duty. It is the same game with a new skin.
It's the Madden of Japan.
Call of Duty.
And it's getting to the point where it's because how many are there now? 700 in total?
There are
Over
at
800.
least
I think
25.
it's over 800.
And that's the thing. I can't keep up.
Well, there are only about 100 good
Everything was
ones.
gone.
Maybe you're just weak.
Or maybe I just don't spend days and days and days playing Pokemon.
I do.
Why not?
Because she's got
I have
anime.
school.
Anime to watch.
See, I don't play
Fair
Pokemon,
point.
but I watch my roommate play Pokemon. I think she has over 500 hours logged into it.
Oh my god.
Yeah, that's too much.
That's an insane
Why?
person.
It's very entertaining, though. Well, she's always trying to catch shiny Pokemon.
I get impatient if I don't catch the right Pokemon. I'm just all right, I'm done. I'm done looking at this one patch of grass. Because I just run around in circles in it.
Yeah, fair enough. What else have you been doing?
But for the anime, I haven't really been... Okay, so I tried to watch Seven Deadly Sins, and I talked to Jess a little bit about this. I don't know why it took me so long to decide to stop watching it, but I watched up to episode 10 and decided that I didn't like it.
Yeah, to each their own.
Um,
That was very
I-
passive aggressive.
No, I didn't mean to. I've been very tired recently, but continue. Sorry.
I mean, I've watched a lot of different shonen titles because that's like the first thing. Because I was one of those people that was like really really into Naruto and all those other shonen shows, like the big three, except for One Piece, because One Piece is stupid, but and it's really ugly.
Taking things that you can't take back.
Oh no, I don't even care. I think that One Piece and Dragon Ball Z are stupid.
What?
Yeah.
That is entirely valid.
Well, it was very
Honestly,
wonderful having you
I
here.
But I
What do you
wasn't
mean it was-
Naruto, so
what do you mean?
I can't really say anything.
Dan, what do you mean it was very nice having you here? She produces the show.
Yeah, it produces. Not
She's in
technically
charge of
on the
you.
show.
Yeah, she's in charge of you.
And I also edit the show. But anyways,
Bad news, everyone. Dan's not coming back next
Dan, it was very
semester.
nice having you on the show.
All systems gone.
Going,
At least as far as
going,
Dan is
gone.
concerned. But stay tuned for our new host, Dangelina,
Oh my god, I
who
hear
is
she's
not
single.
banning anyway.
I know she's so pretty.
Yes, pretty girl.
We're off the rails already. Okay,
She could
great.
use some better skincare though.
Yes.
Okay.
Anyone? Anything else, Nicole, or should we move on?
I was catching up to Boku no Hero, but then my internet.
Okay,
said,
well, if
"No,
you call it
can't finish
Boko no, okay, we're moving on.
Boku no Hero.
We're moving on, Nicole. Thank you for your time.
I like Haikyuu too. I used to play volleyball. I like it.
Oh, me too.
Woo!
I'm saying I used to play volleyball. I was once a sports kid. Now I
That's
don't
it.
play sports.
Darian, you've been uncharacteristically polite. Why don't you go next?
Well, let's see. I've been playing a lot of Persona 5 lately. And then last week I was just so bored and that, Isolation Ennui was hitting so hard that I played through Sonic Forces, and I very much regret that.
For
Yo.
some reason, I thought you
Why?
said Sonic Horses. That was a very different
I
game.
wish I'd played that instead, because Sonic Forces is
Just horses.
terrible.
Now
Sonic,
you get to make your own Sonic OC, right?
but you
What is
can't
it?
make a horse, so it really can't be Sonic Horses.
Yeah, Sonic Forces was terrible. At first I was like, this isn't bad, but then by the end I was actively, not having a good time, but I was in too deep.
Well, what animal did you
That's
create?
entirely valid.
I made a wolf, I believe.
I sort of felt a similar thing because I was looking for something to do. It's like, what can I do in 2 to 3 hours, which is about the length of Sonic Forces. But I
did not expect it to be that short.
I booted up Sonic Advance, which is technically competent, but I'd say it's a pretty generic Sonic game as far as things go. It was really more in the time. It was like, oh, we don't have a lot of 2D Sonic games, but now we have so many. It's like, yeah, this is fun, but it's
Forces is the only Sonic game I've played.
You know what is the perfect Sonic game to only play for 2 or 3 hours? Sonic
Movie?
06.
you won't get past the loading screen.
I
Yes,
was about to say the movie too, Corey.
because after 3 hours of Sonic 06, you will find a much better way to spend your 2 to 3 hours.
Fair enough.
if you
hating
jump the
yourself.
wrong way, you finish the game in 3 seconds.
Really?
Gotta go fast, man.
That's
Would that be
speedrun
jumping
strat.
on top of the console?
Yeah, crush it with your feet, and then you're good.
That's the right way of doing
Gotta
it.
go crash.
How far are you in Persona?
I just finished the first dungeon.
Did you get the Persona gear in Sonic Forces?
I
Oh god.
I did not, but I'm not going back to Sonic Forces to get it.
Darian, I'm in the same way. I just beat the first dungeon too. It literally took me forever to beat the first boss.
How many hours do you have in it?
I don't know. I don't check. I think the last time I checked, I was 1% done.
Oh.
It gives you a percentage?
Well, on the PlayStation, it did. It was sure,
Oh.
1% done with this
With
game.
the
And I'm
trophies,
Jesus,
I see.
I've
I'm
only
at,
been and I
I'm at,
streamed
11
for
hours.
7 hours already. I'm like, how am I 1% done?
This is frustrating to me because Darian is playing the original release and Jess is playing the new release but hasn't played the old one. So I don't really know what's different between them at this stage.
I don't know either, but because
About 40
No,
bucks.
I saw some of it. From what I could see from Jess's gameplay, they just add some extra stuff where it's where the teacher pulls you aside and then they're all like, oh, the gym teacher dude is bringing up this new student, and it's Kasumi or whatever her face is.
I love her. She's great.
and I don't know. They just kind of like find ways to like shoehorn her in, basically.
That's about what I
Oh,
expected.
So she's new because at the very beginning when you're like doing the tutorial, she just comes out of nowhere and she's like, "Hey, I'll help you."
Yeah.
So, and then she says "senpai" a lot, which makes me cringe.
Okay,
I'm
well,
like,
I'm out.
"Dear God."
I'm out.
Well,
Yeah.
Resay was bad enough.
They did actually add like a few other stuff. Like the only thing that I noticed, they also added like sometimes when you go into battle, you get different battle music.
Whoa!
Oh.
That is worth my money.
I will say that
Also,
the
they
music in
added like
Persona 5
a grappling thingy, which Jess didn't know how to use, but it's fine.
Leave me alone. If you want to watch me fail in Persona 5, come to my Twitch stream, daydreaming stream, please. I have nobody watching.
Spit out the name.
I just did.
Oh,
You have to go back. It's very subliminal.
I was gonna watch, but I wanted
Daydreaming
to.
_ stream.
The link will be in the description below.
I guess it will. I don't know.
No, it won't. Don't bother.
I just
We'll
realized I
remember.
forgot to put timestamps for the last episode.
That episode was all over the place anyway. There'd be like
Okay.
1,000 timestamps.
Yeah,
That's
that was our
literally
practice episode. We did it on episode 2.
Yeah, very unconventional. So in an effort to make this episode better than that one, who else? What about Corey? Did we already talk to you, Corey? I forget.
No, nobody
Okay.
talks to me.
Great.
Oh, Corey, I love you so much.
Corey,
I love you too, Jazz.
gamers stick together. Corey.
Long story short, it's been Animal Crossing.
the Animal Crossing.
No, a good game.
This isn't like this isn't yogurt game.
And
That's a
then
good promotion. They should do that.
Monday, I think, I binged the entirety of Kiss Him Not Me.
Oh my God, no.
Oh my gosh, that's such a good show.
Is that like
It's
The
not a good
Bachelor?
show.
No, it's so funny.
Is
I
that an
hate that
anime?
show.
It's a
Is-
mess.
Is that a reality show?
No,
it's an anime.
You wouldn't know it,
Who's the
Jeremy. Don't
anime?
worry.
It sounds
just
like one
it.
of those dating shows, like The Bachelor.
It
Go ahead and
is, but
explain
it's
the
also
premise.
not.
It's not.
Has anyone here watched something that is not anime?
You know.
Wait, let me think. DuckTales.
Oh yes, actually, I did start watching. What is it? Living with Yourself or Living with Myself?
Oh, that show's pretty good.
Yeah, on Netflix.
The Paul Rudd
Paul
thing?
Rudd. Yep.
I started
where they turned a single episode of Rick and Morty into an entire season with Paul Rudd.
I know.
It is actually pretty good.
I was enjoying that enough, but I'd never finished it.
I plowed through the entirety of I Am Not Okay With This in like one night.
Why does that sound familiar? What is I'm not okay with this?
It's the new
Netflix.
Netflix show. It's got like 2 of the kids from It. It's
Oh
by the same people who made The End of the Bleeping World.
God, how much money do you think they are worth right now? Like, imagine being 15 years old and getting paid millions of dollars.
I mean, Finn Wolfhard's in everything now. He's gonna be
Yeah,
in the
like-
Ghostbusters.
Yeah,
He's in
Hopefully-
Mythbusters?
I did
hopefully he
watch
does
one
not
episode of
take-
Daybreak.
Daybreak.
Yeah.
Hopefully he does not take the same conventional route as like child stars, at least
Well,
80s child stars.
It
Yeah,
seems like
'cause he's still a kid.
Yeah, he's gonna be in the next Wrecking Ball music video like 4 years from now.
it seems like the rule in Hollywood now is that if you need a child actor for a movie, they have to come from either Stranger Things or It.
You right?
I mean,
Which
Finn Wolfhard
There's
came from
not the
both.
same actor.
Finn Wolfhard was not in. Oh yeah, he was. Crap.
Yeah.
Let's see what his net worth is.
He was the one who kept swearing.
Is Finn
Yeah,
Wolfhard
he
a
wouldn't-
fake
he wouldn't stop
name?
swearing.
Is that a stage name?
Probably.
It sounds like a name in a spy movie or something.
Maybe he just has
Like-
a really dope name.
Why not both?
Finn Wolfhard. He hard so
I'm
hard. for
Detective
Wolf.
Finn Wolfhard. I'm here to solve this crime.
Mr. Bond, you cannot defeat me, Finn Wolfhard. As you can see, I have this giant gear set to crush your head in 20 minutes. Now to leave and let you escape.
That was a whole bit.
Good news, that's his real name.
Net worth is $3 million.
Yes, his net worth is $3 million.
Oh my god.
Is that it?
Yep, that's actually kind
Really?
of low.
He's
That's
a
a
big
lot.
spender.
That's actually kind of low for him.
He's got to get better agents.
I also do feel like it's a bit low for him as well.
Yes.
I expected more of you.
I'm finding another source here. I'm finding another source. Net worth
I couldn't
Fact
see when he
check.
first started.
$4
Remember
million.
when Finn Wolfhard
$4 million.
was, like, banned?
Yes.
Uh,
And Michael Wolfhard.
his
Michael,
middle
I
name
did
is
not
Michael.
expect Michael.
Yes, 17 years old from
I would expect
Canada.
I did not expect Michael.
For his middle name.
Yeah.
I don't think anyone expects a middle name.
That's like when I found out that David Tennant's real name was David McDonald.
he could go by Finn M. Wolfhard. That's
Is
pretty
it
cool.
really?
Yeah, his real name is David McDonald.
Dan,
Canon.
Yes, sir.
That's part of the lore.
Dan, help us.
Yes, sir. So I have an interesting story. I happened to finish Doom Eternal last night. Hey, round of applause.
I finished it.
Do
a
you
couple
like
weeks
it?
ago.
Yeah.
It is great, and I have a story to tell you guys. So,
boy.
Story time with Dan.
I am at the final boss. Eternal Sin, Pillar of Sin. God, what is it?
Icon of Sin.
Icon. Thank you.
That was pretty challenging for me.
Yes. So I spend 4 hours early on because I'm playing on a harder difficulty. I spent 4 hours earlier on in the day trying to beat it. Can't beat it. Later on, I go back with a cool, calm, collect level head, and boy, oh boy, I bust through the first half. I did not know that there were two halves. You teleport to a eternal dimension in the second half. So I beat the first half. I'm feeling proud. I'm getting amped up. Yeah. Okay, I die a little bit here and there, but I'm like thinking intelligently. Okay, gonna use my brain, my big brain here, to formulate a plan, learn from the enemies, just beat it. I get him to a sliver of his health, and he is spawning enemies left and right, and I'm bouncing left and right, trying to dodge all these enemies while just shooting everything I can at him. And when he has nothing more than a smidgen of health left, apparently there are too many enemies on the screen because my Xbox just booted me back to the
No. No.
yes.
That's why you
yeah.
play on PC instead.
No. So I let it go. I even went to go hit record it. Like, record the nonsensory that just happened. And it turns out that like it wasn't even playing. It didn't even give me the option to record. So I was like, you know what? I'm not going to let this beat me. I'm not going to be disencouraged. So I booted up to the game again. It started me off with that second battle.
Good.
And man, I annihilated him. And I jumped up in the air, fired my last rocket, hit him in the arm, blew out his shoulder. That was the last little bit of health that he had. And then 10 seconds later, my controller batteries died.
Oh.
And 30 seconds after that, that's when the storm hit. Hail, lightning, everything coming down, a monsoon of rain. It was a beautiful little moment.
My God.
I watched
Just
the ending
early
credits. Yes, I watched the ending credits with such joy that, apartment was potentially going to be flooded. My Xbox controller is now officially dead, but everything happened just within, just a couple minutes of each other, and it was beautiful.
That's
what's your final rating for the
incredible.
9.5 out of 10.
Wow.
It has
Yes.
a little something for everybody.
Yeah.
I don't think that's true, to be honest.
Doom Slayer.
Would you recommend this to someone who has no experience with Doom?
No.
Yes.
No.
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 No. At least play 2016.
He's still on the hive, Doom. This game is built for people who love the last Doom.
Yes. And rightfully taking it in a different direction at the exact same time, because I was a little skeptical, I'm not going to lie. As big of a Doom fan as I am, the first hour or two, I'm like, oh man, this isn't 2016 Doom. I don't know if I'm going to like it. But man, oh man, just a couple levels in, I'm like, this is awesome. That was me thumping my chest.
What if you didn't like 2016 Doom?
You're not going to like
What are you doing?
Huh?
Yeah,
What are you doing?
What are you doing playing Doom Eternal then, huh?
Yeah, what are you doing?
No, I'm not talking crap.
Why would you buy a game you know you're not going to like?
Well, I don't know. Maybe you're just like, well, maybe this will be like my first thing that I'm into, or like maybe
it would be better.
around or something like
Yeah,
that.
if you didn't like 2016, you're not going to like Eternal.
Yes, I agree.
That's pretty fair to say, yeah.
Yes.
Also, speaking of Eternal, here's an interesting issue I was thinking of. Is Doom Eternal too hard? Because those Marauders
Oh my god.
want to be dead.
I was so thrown back like the first few Marauders I fought because the tooltip says they are resistant to super weapons. And I was like, oh, well, the super shotgun has the word super in the name. But the video clip they show is the guy using the super shotgun. So I'm like, do I use the super shotgun or is he resistant to the super shotgun? And you can't really tell how much damage you're doing. So it's like, use rockets, use the ballista. And
Can I point out a glaring flaw with the super shotgun, by the way?
Sure.
Okay, the point of the shotgun, you get up close, and it does a lot of damage. That's a lot of damage.
That's a lot of damage.
It's not that much damage, Phil, but go on.
Flex tape ain't fixing that. But
It
anyways,
one-hit kills a pinky.
yeah, you get up close to the Marauder, you shoot him with the super shotgun, you get up a little bit closer because you're like, okay, if I get closer, I'll cause more damage. That's like logically thinking, right? Apparently not. Apparently when you're using the super shotgun, if you get way too close, he stands perfectly in line with the middle of the two barrels, and the buckshot, the bullets go on either side of him, does not touch him.
Like I said, he's resistant to super weapons. It's called the super shotgun.
Oh yes, it definitely makes a sound. It's one of the greatest shotgun noises in all of video game history.
I think the strategy is just take care of the Marauders last. Just
Yeah.
kite them around for a while.
See, they tell you middle distance, but it's so unclear what middle distance is.
The only
really
challenge
is.
that I have not completed in that game, because I am like at 98% completion with
The one
secrets.
where you have 30 seconds to kill the Marauder.
Yeah, it's the Marauder and like the two fire guys, and he keeps on sending out his dog.
Oh,
my
God.
God. The dog is infuriating. There would be times where I would kill the dog within okay, I am in a safe spot. He's not going to cross this boundary. He can't hit me. I'm out of his way of his projectiles, but the dog is right in front of me. It can't touch me, and there's only a second left. I'm going to take the shot anyways. I'm going to waste that one shot just to kill that dog. That's how much I hate that dog.
Bad dog.
Every time I fought a Marauder, I was praying that it was the last one in the game.
Me too. I was like, okay, so this is just a one-off boss fight, right? There aren't more of these guys. And then like, oh, these are going to be common enemies. Okay.
Like, I think if I
That's the
total
vibe.
up all the amount of times I died to every single boss in the game, it would still be like half of the times I died to a Marauder.
Yeah. A very, very well designed enemy though. You gotta give it.
I got used to him, to be honest. I think I died the most on the boss before the final boss, but that was just because I was being stubborn. I wanted to do it my own way. I got there. But yeah, I'm not sure that in the end, I like it as much as Doom 2016, but I still had fun with it. I did lose all my save data because I transferred PS4s, so that's sitting on a different PS4.
Ouch.
I mean, I can go back to it if I want, but
No. Just kiss it goodbye.
Has anyone played the multiplayer yet? Because I have not.
No. As soon as I go out into the war zone, known as a grocery store, and buy some batteries, I will therefore
Get a
play
rechargeable battery pack.
Yeah.
Dan.
I have no money. I'm waiting for that government stimulus package.
That's
Yeah,
like-
but then you don't have to get more batteries.
Yeah, rechargeable battery packs are like an Xbox essential.
Yeah, I had them for the 360.
Yeah.
I haven't bought
now,
them for the one.
do I make a cool segue here, or do I just talk about what I've been doing?
Talk about what you've
Just
been
talk
doing.
about what you're
Cool
doing.
Okay.
segue.
Yes,
Talk about what you're
talk about what you've been doing, and then we'll rewind time.
Okay, yeah, we'll like, that's how it could have
Use
happened.
the time turner.
Yeah, so last week I had the suggestion that I was like, I want to play through Resident Evil 1 Remake, then 2 Remake, and then get to 3 Remake. And I was like, okay, I'll start that. Progress has been slow. I've just been sort of working my way through the mansion, just like creeping around, getting bit by like every single zombie, but they give me a lot of herbs, so I think it's okay.
Have you reached Lisa yet?
No, I have not reached Lisa. I have not even seen a hint of Lisa, but she freaks me out.
Hot Lisa.
Oh yes, I would say Lisa is actually the scariest enemy in that game. She terrifies.
Lisa's not real.
She wears the face of her dead mother.
You're tearing me apart, Lisa.
I mean, so do I, but
Yeah.
that doesn't make her special.
Don't laugh for that.
Would you say that
Literally.
you like it so far? Are you enjoying your experience?
I would say that I think I am.
If I may ask,
it's-
are you playing as Chris or Jill?
Well, the whole point was to get context for 3, so I'm playing as Jill. She enjoys the extra 2 inventory slots, got the lockpick, and
Did you get the Master of Unlocking?
that's the thing about this game, is that because it's the remake, they redid all the voice acting and stuff. So in the original, it's like bad, but laughably bad.
You have to climb up that ladder.
And
almost a Jill sandwich.
I've definitely been made a Jill sandwich several times. But in the remake, it's like not funny anymore, but it's still bad. Just very stilted delivery. Like, Barry's like, what do you think about this? And Jill's like, you were right about this mansion being supernatural. It's like, yeah, that's a normal thing for these people to say. But
Did you hear about why the voice acting ended up that way?
what, for the remake or the original?
No, for the original. Not for the remake. The
Well,
remake is decent.
no, I just said it was bad. You're not listening to me.
Well, I don't know.
The original is like a B movie, so it's fun.
The reason is because they still had like the Japanese dev team, and they just hired like a random people to do voice acting. They're like, I think this sounds good. I think this is what Americans sound like. And then it wasn't.
Classic Japan.
Oh, honey.
Now, give us a reason as to why the remake's audio sounds so terrible.
I just reenacted a whole scene.
I don't
Oh,
know.
no. I thought we were playing like we were doing a let's play, and you had the audio running through the stream.
Oh, yeah. Well,
It was so good.
the one thing I really like about this, and it was also in 2, is that it's sort of like a point-and-click adventure game, is that you have a lot of threads going at one time, where like you basically have, I've unlocked this tier of the mansion, and then there's like a few things I can do for progression either way, and if I get stuck somewhere, I can go work on something else for a while. So like you go in a room and then you solve a puzzle, and it's like, oh, cool, an item. I don't know what this does. I'll just throw it in the box and deal with it later, and then like work somewhere else. So that's something I really enjoy about those games.
Is this your first Resident Evil?
No, I played 2 last year, but I only played the 1 campaign. So after this, I'll do the other campaign and then 3.
You're missing out.
I know, man.
Bro,
Yeah.
get on it.
If only I stopped dying, I could get there quicker. But hey.
I played part of 7 and part of 2, and the thing that has like tripped me up every time is that I'm like terrible at resource management. I always burn through all of my like ammo and herbs because I'm terrible at
That is why it took me so long to play these games. I'm so not into that. But I don't know. I feel like the difficulty I chose is like a little forgiving for me, because there's just like herbs scattered everywhere and like only a few zombies that I've run into.
Well, I know that. Oh, go ahead.
Thank you. See, I gotta say that I grew up on these games. I grew up on the entire Resident Evil series. I absolutely love it. It has conditioned me throughout my entire life. If I get something good in a game, I don't use it. Like, I'm like, okay, you know, the rocket launcher, the magnum ammo, all that stuff you want to save for like the final boss fight, and I like wind up never even using it for like the final boss fight because I'm like, there's gotta be something else. But like, I'll finish a game and like I'll be completely depleted of like pistol ammo, submachine gun ammo. No one uses a submachine gun. That gun is poop. And in the end, I will literally have a stockpile of Magnum, rocket launcher, every other kind of like powerful weapon. And it doesn't even matter if it's Resident Evil. It's across any game. I make things infinitively harder on myself.
If only there was a chainsaw in that game to get extra ammo.
Yeah.
What was that? Yeah.
You're like the personification of. You're the personification of that one Pro ZD video.
One Pro ZD video. I would follow the bit if I knew what Pro ZD was.
I don't know
Basically,
which
the way
one
that
he's
it goes is
referencing.
It's like, why don't you just use like an ether? And he's like,
I'm
no.
out of MP.
And it's like, I'm out of MP, and it's like, why don't you just use an ether? And he's like, no, I can't. You can't buy them at the store. He's like, just use it, like I'm dying. And it's like, I only have 84 of them though.
It's the final battle.
Yes. Sungwon Cho. Yes. I know
That guy's great.
Yes.
Yeah, so that, and I caught up on Mission Impossible, and that's about it.
Like all
Those
the
are
movies.
Good movies.
Oh man.
Yeah.
So, yeah,
Which,
what do you
which
think?
one
What do you
would
think of
you
them?
rank top tier?
Okay, so the first one is bad. The second one is even worse somehow.
Wow.
The
Okay.
second one is terrible.
The second one is
first
even
one is
worse.
great.
The third one is really good, but it's directed by J.J. Abrams, which like makes me like it less. The fourth one is
Are you that burnt by
awesome.
Star Wars?
What?
Are you that burnt by Star Wars?
Pretty much, yeah.
I can't blame him.
The fourth one is awesome. The fifth one is like pretty good, and then the most recent one is also awesome.
Yes, I just saw Fallout actually right before lockdown. And man, oh man, I am upset with myself that I waited that long to see it. It was that
good.
good. Yeah.
Ving Rhames, man, is the greatest.
I like
The only
watching
one I've
dumb
seen is
action.
Fallout.
I saw Fallout in theaters, and it was the closest I ever got to a spiritual experience since like Mad Max Fury Road.
They're making another one next year.
They're making two
They're
more.
always making
Wait.
more.
Anyway, why don't we rewind time to back when we were talking about controllers?
What? Oh, yeah. Are we-
And that's why you should always lubricate your controllers. Speaking of which,
Speaking of controllers, that new
Speaking of
PS5 controller is
yeah, what's
something,
up
huh?
with on the
Yes.
PS5 controller?
here, I got a picture of
It's
it.
awkwardly white.
It's a beautiful paperweight.
Same.
Honestly,
Speaking as
yeah.
an Xbox fanboy.
I kind of like it, to be honest.
Same.
I think they should have just stuck with black instead of turning it white.
Yeah. I'm not going to lie. When I first saw it pop up on the Discord, and my thought was, wow, man, that looks like a Halo controller.
It looks like a special edition controller.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The whole thing is a special edition now. It's great.
Like, it
One thing
looks cool, but, like, I'm not a fan of the color. It,
Maybe if it were blue instead.
I think the
I could go for
one thing I would change is the adding the colors back to the buttons.
yeah.
Yes.
But overall, I don't think it's as bad as people are saying. Like, some people are having like visceral reactions. Like, I want to throw up when I look at this controller.
Like, look, as long as it's easy to press the buttons and move around with the controller, then yeah, it works fine.
Obviously, the people who are, repulsed, the people who are disgusted by the look of the new controller were obviously those people who said that the dress was blue and white. Or blue and black.
Blue and white.
I screwed up my own joke.
It's the thought that counts.
Wait,
I do it all the time.
I thought the dress
Nicole,
was
you
blue
gotta
and
cut
black.
that one out.
I thought the dress was blue and black, but I don't mind it.
It is blue and black.
I
Blue
thought it
and
was
black
the
and gold and
dress.
white.
We are not relitigating this.
No. Objectively, it is blue and black.
We are not talking about this right
We're
now.
not talking about this.
This was 5 years ago. We need to move on.
But I think, if anything, like, I don't like the mixed colors. I think that's what really bothers me. I mean, I'm not going to really get that upset about a controller, but I would say just stick with one color. I just don't like the two mixed.
Like, if it was all white, it would look really nice. But if it was all
Yeah.
black, it would look really nice. But trying to do
Yeah.
it both, it just looks awkward.
I just want it to be comfortable.
It's like it has a beard,
Oh, it does.
like a little mustache. If you look at it the right
That's
way.
an unusual take on it. I like it.
Yeah, that's...
Usually people like see it as a bra.
Taking a second
I
look at
wasn't
it, it
gonna
looks
go
like it's
there.
wearing suspenders.
Yeah, that too.
Yeah, now that I'm
What
looking at it
if?
now, like, it's just, there's something weird about the colors.
I'm really excited for the white part of it to just start grabbing all of the dirt from my hands.
Oh no, most of the time
yeah.
with like, or at least I know this happened with the PS3 controllers. Like the sticks would get nasty.
Yeah.
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 So one of the big features they're talking about with this controller is the haptic feedback. So when
What
you're
is that?
pressing down on the trigger and you're drawing a bow, it'll give you resistance like you're pulling a bowstring. And then when when you let it go, it'll be like you're really firing the bow.
Doesn't the PS4 already have that?
No.
No,
No.
decidedly
you know that-
unbow-like.
You know that little feature is going to make that controller cost like $30 more.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
That's
Yeah.
my main worry about like both of these new consoles. They seem like so over-engineered that they're going to cost like astronomically high.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like
Oh, yeah.
Jeff Goldblum would say, you're so worried about whether or not you could, just never stop to wonder whether you should.
That's exactly the quote.
Didn't even stop to wonder if you should.
Heath
I
Ledger?
turned into a fly.
I mean, I never buy consoles on release date just because I'm poor.
Valid.
You steal
Yeah.
them from your neighbor on Christmas.
My
I
whole plan is with buying the PlayStation 5 is if I can move all my games from PlayStation 4 to the PlayStation 5 and then sell the PlayStation 4, that's what I'm going to do. Just to save me money. Because I'm cheap.
Have they said anything about PS5 backward compatibility yet?
You can
I mean,
play
it's possible.
you can play PS4 games. There was a snafu, but you can play like almost all the PS4 games, and I think other than that, no.
So see, Xbox still has to beat in that regard because you can play like 4 generations on that one console.
Yeah, sort of.
Yeah. We're going to include a major asterisk next to that statement.
I
Yeah,
thought
I'm
they
just
said that
hoping
like
I'm just hoping I can play my games on there. So I have so many things in my Miku game that I'm
Well,
not.
you still won't be done with Persona 5 by then, so...
No, I probably won't.
Yeah.
So please transfer my data, please.
Yeah, I thought Microsoft said like any game that you can play on the Xbox One now, you'll be able to play on the new Xbox at launch.
That's true. But, yeah, so are you guys looking forward to using this controller, if you are planning on using this console at some point?
It's comfortable in my hands. Yes, I am.
Yeah, I don't
I'll
care
tell
too
you.
much
I
about
think
the
it will
game.
be.
I just hope they have like a berry blast color option.
Same.
Last color?
Same.
Yeah, like the
See-
blue and purple one they released for the PS4.
Well, you see,
Yeah, that's-
I
yeah, I
have a life hack for that. You go and you buy a box of Fruity Pebbles. You shove the controller in there and you shake it up a lot, and then you throw it in the garbage.
Sure,
Especially
yeah.
with
And
the
there's
white,
no
yeah.
adhesive in that the color's not going to stick.
Well, I actually
know.
have the Berry Blast controller for my PlayStation,
I know it's great.
Well, for
and yeah, that if it comes in that color, I'm in.
for this console generation, I feel like I'm not necessarily leaning one way or the other way, because I feel like for like PS4 and Xbox One, like I was definitely PS4, but for this generation, I kind of am like indifferent to it.
You're just gonna quit games?
No, I'm just gonna put everything on my PC.
There you go.
There
Well,
you
you
go.
can't play Spider-Man on the PC though,
That's
I have a
true.
PS4, yes.
but you won't be able
That's-
to play Spider-Man 2
Yeah, Spider-Man 2, the Venom storyline.
or God of War 5.
I don't care
2.
that much about it because he looks ugly in that game.
Who?
Peter.
Well, next generation faces. He'll probably look like a real person.
No, he has to do something about his hair.
Shave it. Punished bald Peter.
Spider-Man
That's
2.
why he
he's
wears
gonna
the
be
mask,
bald.
Nicole.
He's gonna be bald in Spider-Man 2.
No, he has to look nice under the mask, dude.
MJ, if I shave my head, I'll get less air resistance. I can flip 20 times faster.
Plus, if you go to PC, you won't be able to play God of War 5: God of War 2.
I haven't even played a single God of War game, so I don't really care. I just heard you.
You're acting very flip today.
Going off that, here's an interesting question: what franchise would you like to see as a fighting game?
I just
Nothing, I don't
said.
play fighting games.
Doki Doki Literature Club.
Monica always wins.
Yeah, that's the point. Everyone
Tetris.
plays Monica.
Tetris.
What are you gonna? You're gonna use the L
Isn't
block?
Tetris already kind of a fighting game right now?
No.
I mean, they have Tetris 99.
No, I think he means like the pieces, just like 1v1ing.
Yeah.
Do you want to be the square or the really long one?
I'm
that's
gonna
a
main.
wow.
Square.
That's a really.
I'm gonna main the Z block.
That is missing the point of Tetris. The narrative of Tetris is that
Narrative of Tetris.
all the pieces need to work together in order to accomplish their goals. And when they fight, and when you have one piece that tries to be a lone wolf and do it alone, then you screw up and you stack way too high and then you die.
It's a racing game where you play as a bunch of the really long ones trying to just finish that Tetris.
Yes, correct me if I'm wrong, but if I remember correctly, what was it? Tetris on the GameCube. I want to say Tetris Worlds. I think it was also on PlayStation.
Oh, I
But
remember
that had a storyline. It was something asinine, like they're aliens coming down and they have to fight some kind of ancient something or other.
Were the
Some
pieces
kind
all
of-
communicating with each other?
Yeah, like Tetris gods needed to be defeated or something. It was something.
That probably
crazy.
would have been the plot of the Tetris movie, which they seem to have stopped making.
Why
They're
did
gonna
they?
make
What?
a Minecraft movie.
That
Yeah,
was supposed to be the most expensive movie ever made.
They were gonna do it all live action. So I think
The people dressed up as the blocks.
the issue for me is not that I need more fighting games, is I need someone to play fighting games with that is my skill level and won't wipe the floor with me.
Well,
Do you like Smash?
Me too.
What kind of fighting
wanna
games
fight?
do you play there?
Yeah, what is
Daniel?
that?
I can't play any because
Smash?
well, we already know that I beat all of you guys at Smash, so that's not fair. But
Okay, Jeremy Farpin, I beat you once.
okay, cool. But you used
I'm
one
sorry.
of the Fire Emblem characters, so it wasn't a valid win.
I'm sorry. I would like to see the footage. I would like to see the proof of this.
Yeah, I doctored the footage. I got rid of it.
Jess, please pull up the footage.
I wish I could, but my computer made us stupid.
Oh man.
But yeah, I always
upset
wanted to
about
play like one of the like Street Fighters or something, but it's
Do you
hard.
have Mortal Kombat 11?
No. That's the thing. I was like,
He said he doesn't like to play them.
Oh, my bad. I was about to say, get Mortal Kombat X instead, because while 11 is good, X was far superior.
But X or XL?
Ooh, same game. Different title.
It's the same
More
game.
money.
What exactly is the difference between the two? Is it just like
XL has
The
more
vanilla.
titles.
The fighting mechanics are different, and the animation is weird.
Nicole, Nicole.
They gave everyone the Mass Effect Andromeda treatment to their face.
Nicole.
So everyone,
XL is the royal.
okay?
You have to compare everything to Persona 5. Damn it.
I like Persona. I just don't want to play it again. I already played through it twice.
Same.
That's why you can watch me play and help me because I'm stuck.
That sounds incredibly painful.
just the way you delivered the line, stuck.
To be fair, I'm not playing it tomorrow. I'm playing Five Nights at Freddy's VR tomorrow.
Okay, well, definitely not watching that.
Can I talk about Haikyuu?
No.
Yeah, sure.
Okay.
Go for it.
Is
Only
that
if you could-
like poem with like
Or you just
575?
no.
Yes,
All right,
only if you
sure.
could do it in the high
Haikyuu.
stanza.
I love those
Okay.
good volleyball boys.
No.
That's too many syllables.
Wait, is this a cartoon?
It's an
Yes.
anime.
Okay, I take it back.
Come on, that means that you like anime because it is a cartoon.
What?
They are not the same.
Okay.
Anime or
Haiku, Nicole, take it away.
Okay, so something that I really like about the show is how, for the most part, it's like pretty realistic. Because if you watch like Kuroko's basketball, or if you want to be a weeb and call it Kuroko no Basket,
That's what I call it.
Oh, Jeremy,
Okay,
Jeremy,
that's
be gentle
sweet,
with your
but,
keys.
I'm doing research.
something that they do is like they'll do like stupid bullcrap mechanics where they're like, oh gosh, this dude can like see into the future with his one eye. It's like that's not how real life works.
He can shoot every single basket wherever he stands.
Even though he's super duper far.
Is this a show about LeBron? LeBron James.
Yeah,
LeBron James.
LeBron
But
James.
basketball players with superpowers. It's
But Haikyuu tends to be a little more grounded, although I will say there was like one bit where they had a team where they were like, oh my god, why is this dude doing an underhand serve? And then the team, they missed like 3 serves, and I was like, that would not happen in real life. Underhand serves are insanely easy to receive, and they're like, oh, the light blinded me. And it's like, no, you look up and you just power through it. That's not how it works. And they're like, oh, they talk like a lot between moves. For example, like someone will get a block and then maybe it'll hit the blocker's fingertips. Someone will always go, what did she? And you don't have that much time to say that.
Do you know what? That sounds a lot like Dragon Ball Z.
Yes, I agree.
Honestly.
Wait, Dragon Ball Z is about freaking volleyball?
They shoot a lot of
Absolutely.
projectiles.
Yeah, man, what do
Yeah.
you think the ball is?
Yeah.
That makes sense now.
You ever seen it?
Go Tanks, dude.
I saw Dragon Ball Evolution. Does that count?
Yeah. Why not?
I'm not
Sure.
even gonna
I
lie.
watched 1 minute of Dragon Ball. Does that count?
Yeah,
Dragon Ball or
sure,
Dragon Ball?
Technically, you
whatever.
watched it. Technically, you watched it then.
If
That
you
would hold up
watch an
before long.
AMV on YouTube, who cares? It counts.
An AMV.
is it Dragon Ball or Dragon Ball Z that you've seen?
Dragon Ball. I don't know.
Dragon Ball, he's like a
I
baby.
watched-
The one with Goku.
I
One
watched
with
Dragon Ball.
Goku. Both of them have Goku, dude.
Dragon Ball AMV.
Yep, that's it.
Yeah.
Wait, Jeremy, can I pitch a show?
Please.
But it's an anime.
Do it.
I'm desperate. Do it.
Okay. I'm taking advantage.
Jeremy
of
Corbyn likes anime?
vulnerability. Okay, so I'm gonna talk about the show, and Jess hates me because I talk about it all the time. But I'm gonna talk about Ace of Diamond, or Daiya no Eisu, if you want to be a weeb.
You don't really talk about.
I really don't.
Go for it.
Okay, well, so do you like baseball?
Sure.
Sure.
Then watch the show.
Okay.
This is another one of those ones that's like more realistic. I will say though, I get a little bit tired of a lot of the protagonists, like like Hinata Naruto. And
Is
the
that his
protagonist-
name? Hinata Maruto?
Huh?
Hinata Naruto? Is that his name?
That's what you said.
That's
my
the
name.
Hinata and Naruto. I was trying to say like a list of characters, not like that. Anyways, it has one of those like types of protagonists where they won't stop yelling. I mean, it's not as bad as like Black Clover or anything like that. But I don't know. It just has a lot of like struggles that I feel like would be a lot more realistic in terms of baseball. I didn't play like softball or anything.
So is their season just shut down and they all have to find something else to do?
No, what it is like, so this dude, it's funny. The show first starts with him missing a pitch, and then he gets he gets like drafted into like this high school, and they're like, "Oh, we want you to like be one of our pitchers," and it's like, why? He missed the pitch. But it doesn't matter because he got into the school.
Well, you're baseball. If you're a baseball player and you hit 3 out of 10 times, you're amazing.
No,
you
he's
technically
a pitcher.
would make it
He
into the
sucks at
All Stars. You would technically make it into the All Stars.
Yeah, you're a legend. If you like 30% success rate is unheard of.
Yeah, I think to be among one of the greatest in baseball history, you just have to have an batting
like 20%,
like .32.
So if he missed the pitch, but he did it good enough, that's what counts.
he was pitching. He wasn't batting. He's a pitcher.
He was throwing it.
He was throwing it.
The ball was in his hand, and then it's not.
But he gets into this really good high school. But something that I like that this show does is like I feel like this happens with a lot of sports anime. I like sports anime if you couldn't tell. But something that they always do.
Do you like real sports?
What?
Do you like sports?
No.
I like weightlifting.
That's
I did volleyball.
Is there an anime about weightlifting?
Yes.
Don't ask that.
We discussed it in the last episode. It was how heavy are your dumbbells or something like that. Max, where are you?
Oh no, that's more about working out though. Like just
that you're lifting weights, but you're lifting.
Yeah,
weights.
but weightlifting is a little bit different.
No, it's not.
Anyways, but something that they do is like they have a tendency to do this in a lot of sports anime where they're like, oh, you're at a total underdog school, you suck, so like no one expects anything from you. But at this school, baseball is actually a big deal. I wouldn't say they're like top tier, but they're also not bottom tier either. Because I get so tired of being like, oh my god, who's this school? Oh, you guys should suck, and then they like blow them away. That happens in every single sports anime, or really a lot of just any kind of like sports movies or anything like that. They have that. And I get really tired of seeing it.
Really quick, may I interrupt as I normally do? If you want to see why that storyline always plays out like it does, the underdogs coming and winning, go and watch Dodgeball with the original ending. The original ending.
Oh, I heard about this.
Yes, the original ending, they lost. And they just ended it right then and there. And boy, oh boy.
I like that.
That's life.
Downer of an ending.
Wow.
Oh, yeah. It was based on a true story, and it followed the story's events to the T, but then they showed it to test audience, and they're like, what? What kind of ending was that? So,
Well, have you ever heard of
we gotta reshoot this.
Have you ever seen Little Shop of Horrors' original ending?
No, I have not.
So the ending they showed the audiences was, if you've never seen the movie, it's about a plant who eats people. Oh no. It's also a musical too, so yay.
Yes.
Hooray.
It's my favorite movie.
Ugh.
But at the end of the movie that they showed in theaters in America, the main character Seymour and his love interest Audrey survive. They kill the plant. Spoilers. And
You can't say spoilers after the spoiler. You gotta get. That's not etiquette. That's so unhelpful.
Well, too late now. Anyway,
I don't have to watch the movie now. I know how it
That
is.
is so unhelpful.
They survive the plant. The plant was planning on taking over the world. It was an alien, and they defeat it, and they live happily ever after. That's the worst ending. The best ending is the original one, where the plant eats the love interest, then eats Seymour, and then takes over the world, because that's the best song in the entire movie, which is called "Don't Feed the Plant." That's the whole life lesson. It's like kind of a downer, but it's the most awesome ending because there's so many explosions, and all the puppetry from the plant is done by the Jim Henson Company. It's incredible.
Well, I
When
know
do
that
they play
did that with
baseball?
Clue, where they had like 3 different endings. I've never seen Clue, so I don't know what it is.
Yes.
And Agatha Christie also.
They wound up sending prints across America, 3 different prints with 3 different endings. That's awesome. Why can't they do that these days?
Because people would just talk about it on Twitter.
Like now, the internet, everyone can find out about. So like back then, it would have worked because word didn't spread fast.
Yeah, it's not
Didn't they
interesting anymore.
Didn't they?
I got the Professor Plum ending. God damn it!
What?
Well,
But we
since
mentioned
we brought
games
up,
that we're good to go.
since
But
we brought
in-
up Bayonetta 3, do you guys think it will ever come out?
No.
I don't know.
No.
No.
I want it to come out.
I
so
mean,
bad, though.
sure, but no. They've announced
made-
like 6 other games they're working on. Like,
Well,
whatever.
see, it was going to come out, but every time Hideki Kamiya blocks someone on Twitter, it gets delayed another month.
Oof.
Well, they made that a Kickstarter reward tier, so they're doing it on purpose now.
That's just because they wanted to do their own Platinum 5 or whatever.
Yeah, they announced the Platinum 5 before Bayonetta 3's out the door. It's gonna be a while.
I want
But why would you
Platinum to
throw
make-
out that game? Everybody liked Bayonetta 2.
Sure, I don't know. Don't ask me.
Come on, you have to know the man, Jeremy. Don't you speak to him, Hideki Kamiya?
Yeah, I'm the one person he talks to in English and doesn't hate.
He just no, it's funny because he gets mad and he just calls everyone like insignificant bugs.
Yeah. It says on his
I-
Twitter headers, like, anyone who tweets at me in English is a insect,
Oh, yeah.
except Jeremy Fardman. He's pretty cool.
I saw that tweet. I retweeted it.
I
So,
support.
so it turns out that despite what all the naysayers are saying, development on Bayonetta 3 is actually progressing pretty smoothly. While
what
there
they
is no
said about
release
it.
date, it is confirmed that it will be for the Nintendo Switch. They're not sharing it with any other console, so it'll be a Switch exclusive. Good for Nintendo, hiding that awesomeness all of their selves. And yeah, there's no other news other than the fact that it is.
Dude, they keep saying that, and it's like, do I believe you? No.
Come on,
Once they finish that...
I've already been burnt by Scalebound. I wanted to see that game come out.
No, that game looked bad.
Okay, shut up, Jeremy.
What?
Once they're done with...
Oh man, oh that's
What hairstyle do you think she'll have in 3?
Medium.
Medium.
the fact that
Bald.
her hair was
The
responsible.
ball of power like Spider-Man.
The
Just
fact that her
looking wrong.
hair was responsible for growing everything that she was using as a tool in the first game, and her hair was long. And then she maintained that power, but with short hair in the second game. And her, like, the hair on her head didn't grow.
So she can cut it at whatever length she wants.
I love her
No,
haircut in the second game.
Like,
Me
the hair,
too.
the superpower hair was not actually coming from.
Well, she
We'll see
like
what
her
happens.
whole outfit is made out of body hair, so it's like.
Yeah, dude.
Did you not know that?
If she goes bald, she still does the hair tax, but instead of like her hair coming out, it's just like bald.
No, like it starts growing
not
out
just
like
the-
What
rapidly.
if she? Yeah, I don't want to
So-
say this. This is gross. This is too gross.
Really, what the heavens should have used was not all of their mightiest angel warriors to fight this woman, but actually a bottle of Nair. A bottle
Was
of
that
Nair
entire
shampoo
thing
would have been her
just a
kit.
setup for that
Honestly,
joke?
Yes.
that's correct.
I'm just imagining like pits of nair instead of lava as hazards you have to avoid.
The floor is there.
Oh man, they need funding. They just got an endorsement.
There.
Witches
Their
hate it.
product placement.
Oh
Which
man,
is hated.
and you can have someone walking around with a sign who's like who's the terms like the forebringer of doom. Instead of like the end is nigh, the end is near.
No, it can be
I
like
hate
the
that.
it can be like the cup noodle quest in Final Fantasy 15. There's just
Oh,
a
that's
truck
such a
selling
good one.
Nair.
Oh my god.
But how about that product placement though?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I like. Okay, honestly, I don't care about it in Final Fantasy 15 because it's so funny.
Yeah, it is pretty funny.
He like gets so pumped. He's like, "Oh, but you can get all these." He's like, "Noctis, you can get all these different flavors of cup noodle. You can get shrimp, you can get chicken, and then you actually go and fight like a giant shrimp."
Yeah, I like product placement when it doesn't even try to be subtle and just like, yeah, we're doing product placement, what of it?
And
It's like the shrimp.
then
I like to
saw-
imagine the shrimp is just like, buy cup noodle.
Like in Mission
you know,
Impossible, Simon Pegg's playing Halo.
You know how you can choose like the final image that
And
like
Sonic the Hedgehog, Olive Garden.
you know how you can
I
choose
bought
the
my
image.
apartment at apartments.com.
You mean like at Universal Studios?
Cha-ching.
See, product
Bud Light
placement
and Michael
works.
Bay
You're
movie.
still remembering all these things.
Because it's like obnoxiously funny. That's what makes it.
Hey, I remember the product better.
Yeah.
Anyway, Nicole,
Yeah.
continue.
You know how at the end of Final Fantasy 15 you can choose.
I'm
like, the image
certain
that
I
Noctis
don't.
is in?
Yeah.
The image that Noctis and Luna look at the end. Well, I saw that a lot of people were like ruining it, and someone chose their picture to be a cup noodle.
Yes.
I also ruined the ending. I chose a picture of like, I think it was like Noctis clipping through Prompto like aggressively, and that was my end picture, and I was like, why did I do this?
Memories.
My favorite is just the cup noodle hat.
I never got that.
Bruh.
I don't know how you get it.
And that was your favorite quest?
I don't know how. I know I did the thing, but I don't know how to get the cup hat.
You didn't do well enough in the quests.
I think it was just
You got soggy expired noodles.
I didn't even beat the giant turtle thing because it was like level 80 and I was like level 50.
Remember Chapter 13 of Final Fantasy 15 and how awful it was?
It's kind of reminiscent of another Final Fantasy game.
When does 7 come out? Like soon.
Friday.
Okay.
I think it's already out.
Can I say something sacrilegious?
Final Fantasy VII remake.
What?
release.
You can only say something sacrilegious if you don't cut out the sacrilegious part of the podcast.
Yeah, you've already said enough sacrilege today. Just keep it going.
I have never played Final Fantasy 7.
No,
I
Okay.
I
Neither
actually
have
kind
I.
of want to buy the game.
I played the demo. It was kind of fun.
Isn't the
That's
remake
why-
only like half the game though?
I just want to get to the scene with the bee ladies.
It's
That's
it's like
Can I
the
say
first
another
third of
thing
the
that's
game.
sacrilegious?
Oh, sure.
My very first Final Fantasy game was Final Fantasy Crystal Chronicles. It wasn't even a mainline game.
Oh lordy.
Let me one up that sacrilege. My first Final Fantasy was 13.
Oh honey.
That was my first mainline one.
Fair enough.
My first was 8.
What's a good Final Fantasy game to start with?
10.
They're all
I
kind of
think
bad.
I've heard 10 is good.
I think they're all
Yeah,
kind of
10's
bad secretly.
good.
10 is the best one for infants.
Isn't 10 the one with like the weird laughing?
Yeah,
yeah.
that's what I thought you were
Oh,
going
yeah.
with. Yes, it is. Cool.
Cool.
That was
Yeah.
spot on impression.
7 looks like kind of cool, the remake, because like, I don't know, it's just surprising to me because I kind of hate everything about Final Fantasy in general.
Why?
Anime.
You get to play with a boy with a unrealistically giant sword.
Yeah, I hate
You
that.
get to put him in drag.
Final Fantasy is anime, so Jeremy is biased again.
Yeah, fair
yeah.
enough.
It's really true. It's not that I hate RPGs, it's that I have very high standards for them because there are just so many abstractions in RPGs that it just bugs me.
What
Play
do you
Persona
think?
5.
I did.
Excuse me. What
That's
do you
one of
think
the ones
is a
I
good RPG?
Earthbound, Chrono Trigger,
Good choice. Good choice.
Persona 5, some other
What
ones.
What about Fallout New Vegas?
No, I don't like
No.
Fallout at all.
Outer Worlds?
Like a JRPG rather
one.
than a Western RPG.
See, she's trying to weeb it up again.
Who, me?
Okay, but you were
Nicole.
mentioning all JRPGs.
It was bait.
Earthbound transcends JRPG.
What do you guys think of the new Ghostbusters movie?
It is definitely a movie that exists.
Yes. Are you guys excited for the new
I don't care.
in theaters with the
Look.
proton packs?
I mean,
No.
like the stakes are so low because there's already bad Ghostbusters out there. Like,
Yeah, we
Well,
just had a
the
bad
original Ghostbusters movie is one of my favorite
yeah,
movies.
it's so good.
Yes.
It's classic.
Like, it doesn't matter because the original is still there.
Also exists.
Yeah,
Yeah,
and Ghostbusters
Ghostbusters-
2 is okay too. I'll admit that.
Yeah, it's
It's
okay.
better than,
It is
it's
okay.
better than the
Yeah.
new Ghostbusters.
It's no Mission Impossible 2.
Yes.
I think-
I'm not gonna lie. I'm not gonna lie, and this is a controversial statement. And without going into a very long explanation as of what, if you actually thoroughly, truly enjoy the Ghostbusters 2016 movie, and you hold it up on a pedestal, I lose a lot of respect for you in conversations so fast.
It's a bad movie.
Yes.
I haven't watched it.
Jess is like, I just watched it last night. Oh no.
Yeah.
I haven't watched it, but from the conversations that I've had with customers, they told me that as long as you pretend that the original didn't happen, then the second one is enjoyable. But like I said, I haven't seen it. I don't have an opinion on it.
The second one.
Don't
or the
get mad at
remake?
me. Yeah.
Sure. Yeah, Ghostbusters 1 is still going to be around, so, and I think the stakes are very low. So if it's good, cool. If it's bad, that's fine.
I only remember
bar's
like
on the
2 things
floor
from the
right now.
original.
If it wasn't for the huge amount of controversy that was surrounding the marketing campaign, I believe that the 2016 Ghostbusters wouldn't even be a figment in our imagination. Like, it would not be in our recollection.
I mean, no one was thinking about Ghostbusters
Yeah.
until you abruptly decided to talk about it.
Yeah, I have not thought about it in a
for
while.
upcoming movies, upcoming games, and I'm like, what is that we could be
There's
talking
nothing
about here?
There's no upcoming movies anymore, Dan. They're all gone.
Everything
is
is
true.
gone.
They
All we
got-
have is each other.
I don't
not-
like a lot of DreamWorks animated movies as much as like Pixar's.
I don't even like Shrek.
Okay, buddy.
Okay.
You need to learn something here. You need to learn something right here, right now, boy. Mr. Shrek. Shrek is love.
What is it that
Okay,
you don't
okay.
like? What is it that you don't like about it?
He farts too much.
That's really your only criticism.
Like Shrek is an okay movie.
I don't like fart jokes. What can I say?
It has Smash Mouth in it. I mean,
Yeah, that's the only good
It
thing.
has fairy godmothers holding out for a hero.
Yeah,
That's the second one.
it
Yeah.
has Cameron Diaz in it.
Shrek 1 is good. Shrek 2 is a masterpiece. Shrek 3 and 4 also exist.
It had that
Yeah.
weird.
That's the
American
thing.
Idol
I don't believe that Shrek 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 are that different. I think they're all about the same level of quality.
No,
See,
3 and 4
they
are
could have
definitely a
ended.
step
They
lower.
should have just ended it at 2,
They
Yeah.
should've.
but they didn't.
They still
So,
making
yeah.
Shrek 5. Is that still
I
a
hope
thing?
not.
I hope not.
Last I heard, they were doing a reboot
They-
of it with the Despicable Me studio.
Cool.
They made Shrek.
Why
They
not?
made Shrek the musical, and Nicole,
So I hope you're ready for
Corey, and I
Shrek
watched
Minions.
it.
So as of
Minions.
right now, the current status of Shrek 5, entitled Shrek Forever After,
That's
is
4.
currently in.
That was the fourth
Isn't that
one.
4?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Google is lying to me. Google. Bad Google.
All right, Dan.
Okay, so there's another article saying that Shrek 5 is scrapped.
See, that's
Yay.
I wasn't on what? Not Google. This is Google. This isn't Reddit.
Can I just say, you know what? You know that Shrek is not as good as it should be when the musical adaptation of it is kind of better than the movie. I'll be real.
Valid.
I don't think many of us are Broadway nerds in here.
Yeah,
Oh,
not a
excuse
Broadway,
me.
Might be alone on
sorry.
that one.
You guys.
Okay, we're clearly losing
not a
our
very
minds
deep-
right
yeah,
now.
We're not talking about it.
We're clearly
There it is.
we did it. Okay, anyone have any last things? I'm gonna kill this right now.
Yes.
Oh, get out of the cave.
You each have 30 seconds.
Hearthstone.
No, you can't talk about Hearthstone. Moving on, Darian, you have 30
Valid.
seconds.
30 seconds for what?
Anything.
Nothing.
Last thing. This is the last thing you get to say.
Before we kill you.
Okay, don't play Sonic Forces. Never play Sonic Forces. Play Persona 5 instead. It's much better.
Okay, great. Thank you. Jess, you have 30 seconds.
Well, I would just like to.
Put on the hamster.
You're done. You're done. Nicole,
That was not 30 seconds.
Nicole, you have 30 seconds or until I get mad.
I don't like Seven Deadly Sins. Don't watch it.
Okay, I won't. Thanks. And
My
Dan,
turn again.
in your G
watch
Fuel Rage.
DuckTales.
Your G Fuel Rage, you have 30 seconds.
Thank you very much for listening to All Systems Go Home. Tune in next week for our next podcast and catch up on all the latest news, up-to-date information of pop culture society on All Systems Go Home podcast. Catch our Patreon, catch our OnlyFans, and tune in next week for all this and more.
Cut.